Well, big news coming in right now. Priyanka Gandhi, of course, was holding that roadshow, but we had to cut out of it because Nirav Modi, the fugitive diamantier, has been arrested. This after an arrest warrant was issued against him recently by a London court. He was to make an appearance at the Westminster Court, but big news coming in. Nirav Modi, in fact, was tracked down by India Today's correspondent Lavina Tandon in London. She did confront him with some very tough questions. And the big news right now, and the ED efforts also paying off with his arrest news now coming in with the UK court issuing an arrest warrant against Nirav Modi. All right, we're just getting in this breaking news right now. News just trickling in right now. Nirav Modi, who was spotted in London, has been in denial mode. He remains unfazed, unperturbed, has declined to answer any of the questions that was put across to him by India Today's Lavina Tandon. But finally now his arrest that was imminent following an arrest warrant issued by a UK court has happened. Now, the UK court had issued the arrest warrant against the diamond jeweler Nirav Modi, taking cognizance of the sanction that was granted by the UK Home Secretary on India's request, the ED's request to extradite the jeweler. Lavina Tandon joins us for more on this. Lavina, over to you. Just fill us in with all the details.
Yes, so Nirav Modi has been arrested and this is now confirmed. He will be produced any time now in the Westminster Magistrates Court, which should be a really procedural matter. Unless someone resists the arrest, they are handcuffed. Otherwise, it's all very civil, and he will be appearing in front of the Westminster Magistrates Court judge, where he will be granted bail in all probability, like it happened with Mr. Malia. And the point to be noted will be what are the conditions that are put on his bail. Usually there are two definite conditions. One is where he is residing, and the other one is, of course, the mobile number. He has to be accessible 24/7, so he has to keep that number on him, which were two very major conditions apart from the money that they have to pay on extradition cases. So we will find all that out around the day. Also, we will get some indication on when the case might start. Now, that is possible that we will get an indication because now at this point both the defense and the prosecution will be involved, and they have to agree with the judge when everyone has time. But still, we should have an inkling of the timetable of this extradition case, which is extremely important. So it's all now in motion, Avantika.
Oh, absolutely. And this indeed would expedite the legal proceedings for his extradition. But Lavina, just to take you back to the big news about his arrest, when exactly did it take place? If you could just fill us in with all the details as to what time it happened. Where was Nirav Modi at that point?
Yes, so at this point in time, Avantika, I'm sorry, we don't have the exact details of the time and place. But that will trickle down across the day because there's no official confirmation. I don't want to give you news that is just coming from sources. So, but what I do want to say is that this is confirmed that he was. There is the possibility is that he was arrested today itself, so early hours of the morning, which happens with Malia as well. It usually happens in the early hours of the morning. So that's what is expected, but there is no official confirmation on it, and I will update as soon as.
Okay, tell me something now, Lavina. The last time I spoke to you, you said that the legal proceedings are going to be procedural. It's pretty much similar to what happened with Vijay Malia. It does set the ball rolling for Modi's extradition. But what happens here on? When will he be produced at Westminster Court?
So this could be now any moment.
Okay.
He can be produced in the Westminster Magistrates Court. And he then is taken in front of the judge, where he, of course, gets the bail. So there is no particular time. The court doesn't tell us exactly what time he will be there, but I will keep you posted very shortly because this news has just trickled down and officially confirmed that he's been arrested.
Very interesting. And he's been evading punitive action for the longest time, isn't it? It's only because of the ED's efforts that an arrest warrant has been issued against him, Lavina. He's already changed location multiple times within the UK. Stay on with me, Shantanu Sen, former CBI, on the broadcast right now. Mr. Shantanu Sen, we're just getting in news about Nirav Modi being arrested. Finally, the arrest warrant that was issued based on ED's request for Nirav Modi's extradition. Your thoughts, your comments, what happens next?
Well, the extradition proceedings will now begin. And as for our previous example in Vijay Mallya's case and after so many others, that Buki Chawla, they are still being extradited. So it's not going to be anything happening immediately. It's going to be a long-run process, give or take 7 to 8 years.
Oh, 7 to 8 years, sir. That's a long period. If you could just enlighten us, why does this take so long?
First of all, after his arrest,
Yes.
on affidavits, evidence of witnesses from India will have to be presented to the Crown Prosecutor. We have no right of representation in the Westminster Court. So that will be done. The other side will get a chance to rebut the contentions of all the witnesses who are there on affidavit. Having heard that, then that will go on for some time. Then there will be right to appeal, reappeal, and when the Home Secretary orders, again there is an appeal as Vijay Mallya and Buki Chawla are already doing it. After all, when Vijay Mallya's orders have been used, the cricket Buki Chawla's orders have been issued.
Yes, yes.
They are not coming back anywhere near. So the appeal is heard. You know the judicial process. As it takes in India, it takes time there too. So it will take time. And then the government of England is the final arbitrating authority. It is not the court order which has a final say. And that is a political decision. As you know, England is a country of businessmen. Those who make heavy investments in business have protection. They are looked after. After all, why do most Indians who escape from India head for England? It's Nirav Modi is still there. Has he been even touched? So now that he has been arrested, the proceeding has begun. And we can expect anything between 7 to 8 years. I remember when I was in England for
Sir, if I may just interrupt you there, what kind of protection do these defaulters get? I mean, you sound rather despondent. You strike a rather despondent note with regards to the length and the legal proceedings. Don't you think that this is a very positive mood? And all the efforts that have been going on has also paid off with his arrest, and it really setting the ball rolling for his extradition?
Exactly. I'm telling you the facts. There is no question of despondency. The law protects the extraditee.
Okay.
Just escape from India is the first fault of the government of India. If you look back and see, well, how did Vijay Mallya, and after all, this man was wanted from 2014. And then there were orders against him in 2017. Once you allow a man to escape your shores, then he has a right to the protection of the law of that country. And extradition is a long-drawn process, whether it's in the United States or whether it's UK. I've had the experience. England, if English people escape to USA,
all right,
it takes the same amount.
Okay.
So there will be time. But the process has begun.
All right. The process has begun. Mr. Shantanu Sen, thank you so much for joining us. Lavina Tandon is with us as well. Before I come to you, Lavina, Pooja Shali is also joining us for now. Pooja, what happened next? Will a team from the ED and the CBI also be headed to London? Because it's going to be very important for them to be present in the Westminster Court when he's going to be applying for bail.
Well, that's right. This is the big news that's coming, Avantika, that one, of course, Nirav Modi is likely to be produced at the Westminster Court very shortly. And remember, the extradition proceedings against him will likely begin as well. And that would be big because as opposed to Christian Michel being brought to India, Nirav Modi is one of our own to have fleeced the Punjab National Bank to the tune of 13,000 crore and has fled the country. And if the extradition proceedings then will go on by the court and if approved, if he's brought back, remember, it's still not very easy. Nirav Modi will again want to challenge the proceedings. Nevertheless, this is the big step that's finally come. Ministry of External Affairs had maintained that yes, they just because they know about the location does not mean it's that easy to bring Nirav Modi back. However, there is a legal procedure that the External Affairs Ministry was also going to use, and this is the legal route that they have approached now. And now that Nirav Modi is going to be produced in the Westminster Court, now will be the proceedings that shall begin, and we'll wait and watch in the next few days. And very likely, yes, teams of Enforcement Directorate and the CBI will also be heading to London soon. Over to you.
Okay, Lavina, coming back to Nirav Modi evading punitive action for the longest time, evading arrest and finally being spotted by you in London. He himself has been on the run, changing multiple locations within the UK and finally setting for a swanky apartment in London. Your interactions with Mr. Nirav Modi, him coming up with his favorite response of no comments. He looked completely unfazed and unperturbed with the kind of investigations and the charges leveled against him.
Avantika, I must say that to me, he definitely said that I'm stalking him.
Yes, he did that.
He did go beyond no comments. But just to, yes, he's unperturbed, and he can't be in hiding anymore, because he has been arrested, and I have details here. Can I please update quickly that Nirav Modi, this is from the Met Office, which is the Scotland Yard. Nirav Modi, 48 years old, was arrested on behalf of Indian authorities this afternoon, Tuesday, 19th March in Holborn. He will appear in custody at Westminster Magistrates Court today, which is on the 20th of March, and I think this is going to happen all in the afternoon, our time. UK time. So breaking news here that he was arrested yesterday afternoon.
Oh, he was arrested yesterday afternoon, all right.
So Avantika, that's another address. So this is not the centre point address. There was another address in Holborn from where he has been arrested.
All right. PMB scam accused, Nirav Modi arrested in London. Munish Pandey joins us for more on this. Munish, what next? What will be the next move by the ED and the CBI?
Yeah, well, Avantika, this development starts the long process of extradition. It's a kickstart, you can say, because this was the first step after this entire arrest warrant. Now he has been arrested, and what we have been told by the agencies here that UK authorities have informed them that in next half an hour he'll be produced before the Westminster Court. Now, the Indian authorities have been informed the officials will be reaching tomorrow from the Central Bureau of Investigation and the Enforcement Directorate, and now Crown Prosecution Service will be handed over all the evidence against Nirav Modi so that the official extradition process can be initiated against Nirav Modi. Back to you.
Okay, but Lavina, coming back to you, Nirav Modi has now been arrested in the United Kingdom. As I've been saying before, it has already started now, the extradition process. But as I was speaking to Shantanu Hussain, a former CBI director, there's still a long road ahead before he finally can be brought back to India.
That is indeed the case, Avantika, but I would like to just point out here that initially I have covered actually a lot of extradition cases that have still going on. But there has been a difference between the extradition cases before and now. India has shown a lot of, prowess, if I may say, a lot of, the inertia is not there. They now know how to approach a case. Yes, there are a lot of legal options available. So from Westminster Magistrates Court, like
just kindly stay on with me, Lavina. Narendra Taneja from the BJP is also joining us. So big news coming in after the arrest warrant. Nirav Modi, the PNB bank accused, finally being arrested and will now be produced in court.
Yes, I mean the government of India and the government of India's various agencies have been working on it and pushing for it. All this has been going on very quietly without any noise and without any news, and you are there. You can see the results now, and the government agencies are under
No, but sir, the results will only be when he will be brought back to India, and he will have to face the courts here in India and answer for all the charges that he faces.
Yes, you are right. I mean, here we are, of course, referring to the process. First we have to make sure that we bring him back here. So we are working on that. There is a certain process and procedure in the United Kingdom according to their laws, and we can't change the laws there. So we have to go by the established laws there, and that's precisely what we are trying to do. But our effort is very clear, and is to bring him back to India, and as soon as possible, and also to make sure wherever he has kind of hidden his money, to bring that money also to all those people, because that money belongs to the depositors of Punjab National Bank. And
Exactly.
so we are working on it. We are quite aware that's how it goes. That's why the government agencies are working very quietly on this, and we are quite confident we will bring him back to India and make sure that every single paisa that he has run away with is back to India.
Well, while efforts are being made, undoubtedly, Mr. Taneja, by the investigative forces, there is much criticism coming in from the opposition on your party as to why was Nirav Modi allowed to flee India in the first place? Because this case is going to follow a very similar pattern like that of Vijay Mallya, who still remains on bail since his arrest on an extradition warrant.
Well, if we want to go back to the past, then we can't go it selectively. Then we have to start from 2011, when for the first time Nirav Modi was allowed to borrow money. And he was not only allowed to borrow money from Punjab National Bank, thanks to some political intervention, which evidently he enjoyed some relationship with the UPA too, and that's how the story started. So how come that from 2011 to 2014, he continued to borrow money from them, thousands and thousands and thousands of crores? Now the question is that who started, who basically made necessary phone calls in order to influence the Punjab National Bank. So if we have to quote in the past, then we have to be fair. We can't look at the past selectively.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.